All right. Well, today we're going to do some grammar editing, and we're going to talk a little bit about paper. All right. So here we go. Doing a little bit of ancient Egypt dancing. Okay. So when we read, I want to know we're not looking to see if what is being said is true, correct. What we're looking for is grammar that is wrong. So we're looking for spelling. We're checking spelling, verb tenses, capital letters, periods, question marks. That's what we're looking for. Okay? So what does this first sentence say right here? Paper were first made by the Egyptians. Do you think that sentence is correct as far as grammar? Is it correct or is it incorrect?
Good job.
Do you know what's wrong with it? Very good. The paper is uncountable. So it's was. Paper was first made by the Egyptians. That was fantastic. Okay, next one. Papyrus. Papyrus. Paper was first made by the Egyptians from a plant called papyrus. What do you think? Correct or incorrect?
Awesome.
That was so good. Okay, now, why is it wrong? The word calls. What should it be? Called. Because this word was is past tense, was. So we have to make sure that this one is called past tense as well. Correct? Very good. You got 2 in a row. All right, here's a picture of the papyrus plant. Pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, they turned this into paper. Does it remind you of any other plant? Okay. It's got like a thick trunk right here. Thick trunk. And then you've got this grass. So it's kind of like a really thick grass. Real thick grass. Okay. Are you ready? Here we go. Extensively. You did that really well. For a long time, papyrus was used extensively as writing material. But that's the name of the plant, papyrus. So it's correct.
Wow, you are great.
Okay. So this is the correct sentence because this is how you spell the word papyrus. And it is singular, so this is correct. So was used is your verb, extensively as writing material. What does this word mean? Writing material. Yeah, it's used to write as paper. So they didn't really do almost anything else with the plant. They grew the plant so that they could make paper out of it. They didn't really do anything else with it. So, all right. So let's talk about this word, extensively. Let me hear you say it, extensively. What do you think it might mean? Yes. So what does extensively mean? Mostly. Yeah. Meaning most of the time papyrus was grown and then used for writing material or for paper. Okay, so correct or incorrect? What are you thinking? Okay, let me tell you. This word right here, Greeks, and this word right here, Romans, needs to be capital because they're proper nouns. Now we're to the word eventually. Papyrus was eventually exported and was used by ancient Greek and Romans. So after a long time, might have happened, has been shown. There it was, after a long time. So if we put that into the sentence, papyrus was, after a long time, exported and was used by ancient Greeks and Romans. What does the word exported mean? Exported means to leave your country and somebody buys it in another country. So the Egyptians sold it to the Greek and the Romans, the paper or the papyrus plant. So they sold it to the Greeks and the Romans. So after a long time, they exported it. They sold it to a different country. That's what that means. All right, now here's how to make paper out of papyrus. So here's the first step. Number 1, 2 layers of papyrus are placed one on top of the other. Do you think that's correct or incorrect? This is correct. We have the subject, 2 layers, plural, are placed. So this is correct. Hit the correct button. There you go. The first one is 2 layers of papyrus are placed on top of each other. So you have 1 layer of papyrus on top of another layer of papyrus. The next one is this one. So is that correct or wrong? It's incorrect. And here's why. Are pressed. They need to be past tense. So this word needs to have that ed added to the ending. Pressed together. So you have 2 layers put on top of each other, and now they're pressed together. Pushed together. The pressure causes gum to be released from the plant. And take a look at this word. It's pretty tricky. It is incorrect, but why? Why is it incorrect? Yes, this says form. How do we write the word from? Super job. Wow, Peg, that was awesome. All right. So we have 2 layers put on top of each other, pressed down. The gum acts as a glue which bonds the sheets together. It is correct. Okay, next. It's correct. Woohoo, piece of cake. All right, why did you think it was wrong? Because we're doing it in past tense, so were. Still past tense. And here it is again, past tense. So sheets were often connected, all in past tense. And here's a picture of it. This is what it looks like when it's done. And here's an ancient piece of papyrus. Can you see this right here? It's kind of the line of the new paper. You can see how the sheets are pressed together. Do you see that? Yeah, they're pretty cool, isn't it? So you have like 3 different sheets of papyrus paper put together. All right. And then you can see also how it would form a really long sheet, like a scroll, like they would do bamboo or a big piece of silk or something like that they would write on. Okay. Hey, you did a really great job.